Last night I was over in the East River. There's a wonderful monument to FDR and the four freedoms that he talked about. And then I reflected on his career. He was always a man who had a great sense of optimism during the Depression, during World War II. He knew how to handle the opposition by treating him just right. You would not find him tweeting when he went on the radio. It was always about something positive that he wanted the country to do. I think we need, metaphorically, a course in anger management in our political culture in this country. Mike and I went through the 60s. That was a terribly violent time. It was anarchy in America, and it was a big setback for us. We were pitched one against the other, and it was not just on the left, it was also on the right. You know, I was just reviewing yesterday some of the criminal cases in Mississippi. They were getting away with murder for racial reasons. Dr. King was killed. On the West Coast, you had the Panthers, and they were outraged as well. Somebody has got to call to the attention that what the country wants. Every time I talk to a voter, they say, why can't they talk together? Why can't they find a way to just sit down and talk together? So I thought maybe you ought to get the two caucuses to meet at the FDR Island and walk around and spend a half a day thinking about that.
You know what's interesting, Tom, your allusion to FDR and the fireside chats. If you listen to them today, all these years later, they have, in the midst of social disintegration, given the depth and the scope of the Depression, they had a calming effect on the country. But if you listen to them today with what we have around us, the fact that Twitter and Facebook are, in parts, elements of social arson. You know, they can ignite things and people and whatever you say. You wonder, what would the reaction be today on Twitter to FDR's fireside chats? People would make fun of him.
Well, they'd probably mock him. I mean, you know, because the whole game is to, let me play gotcha. Let me show you how meaner I can be. There's a lot of controversy around this network about Alex Jones, for example. But the fact is that he is an unalloyed racist, a man who's out there pulling the pin on the grenade every day, and he has 6 million viewers who are paying attention to him. And the parents at Newtown are saying they're hearing from his followers all the time. They buy into what he is saying, which is patently not true. So at some point, there's got to be a coming together of the political culture. It's never going to be kumbaya. We don't expect that, because out of that tension can come good things. But I don't remember in my lifetime, and I'm a pretty good student of history, when this country was at such loggerheads with such great consequences that can result from all of this.
I think our leaders are denigrated a little bit, or are leveled down, and we need our leaders to actually lead, and to the president to be an example. We don't have that. And we have this added dynamic, which really makes what Paul Ryan said on the House floor yesterday so important. It is so important that members of Congress, both sides of the aisle, practice what he preached, because you have at the top something we've never seen before. A president who pushes conspiracy theories, who has a history of doing that, who pushes fake news, who has this dangerous, self-destructive unpredictability at the very top, which really sort of feeds into the conspiracy theorists out there who